Only 1% understand the vibrational energy shift when near a chosen one. There is an invisible force that moves through this world, something beyond what the eyes can see or the ears can hear. It is an energy, a resonance, a vibration that shifts the very fabric of reality when it is near something or someone of immense spiritual significance. You may have unknowingly stood next to such a person before, perhaps passing them in the street, sitting beside them in a quiet cafe, or even knowing them without realizing what they truly are. These individuals, the chosen ones, carry an energy so profound, so elevated, that those who are attuned to the deeper layers of existence can feel the shift in vibrations when they are near. But here's the real mystery: why do only 1% of people actually notice it? Why is it that the vast majority walk past such a presence, oblivious to the shift occurring in the very space around them? To understand this, we must first explore what vibration truly means. Everything in existence is energy. Science confirms this at the atomic level. Nothing is truly solid. Instead, we are composed of vibrating particles moving in rhythm with the universe. But this is not just a scientific truth, it is a spiritual one. The frequency at which we operate determines the reality we experience. Those who dwell in lower vibrations, fear, anger, material obsession, experience a world that reflects those energies back at them. They are blind to the higher frequencies, much like a radio that is stuck on a single station, unable to pick up the vast array of signals all around it.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Now, imagine a person who has spent years, perhaps lifetimes, refining their energy, raising their vibration through deep spiritual practice, unwavering self-awareness, and an unshakable connection to their purpose. These are the chosen ones. They do not necessarily seek attention. They do not always look extraordinary, but their presence is undeniable to those who can feel it. Have you ever been near someone and, without them saying a word, you felt something shift inside you? A sudden clarity, a strange sense of peace, a feeling that you were in the presence of something vast, something beyond comprehension. That was a vibrational shift. That was the energy field of a chosen one interacting with yours. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Most people, even when they experience this, dismiss it. Their logical mind overrides the experience. It's just in my head, they think. It's just a coincidence. And in doing so, they block themselves from awakening to the deeper reality. The 1% who do recognize it, however, are those who have already begun their own journey of attunement. Their souls are listening. They are open. They are aware. And so they do not dismiss what they feel, they lean into it. This vibrational shift is not just a passive phenomenon. It has effects, profound effects, on those who come into contact with it. Some find themselves inexplicably drawn to a chosen one, feeling a sense of peace and inspiration they cannot explain. Others, however, react in the opposite way. Have you ever noticed how certain people seem to provoke strong reactions from others without even trying? Some individuals, merely by existing, evoke admiration, love, or deep resentment and even hatred. This is because the energy of a chosen one acts like a mirror. It reflects back to people the truth of where they are vibrationally. Those who are ready to ascend, who are open to transformation, feel uplifted in their presence. Those who are trapped in their own unresolved fears and insecurities often feel discomfort, even anger, without fully understanding why. This is why many chosen ones walk a lonely path. Their energy is too strong for the average person to handle. They may be misunderstood, rejected, or even persecuted, not because they have done anything wrong, but because their very existence challenges the fragile illusions that many cling to. But here's the question: if you were to meet such a person, how would you react? Would you recognize the shift? Would you lean into the experience, or would you resist it? Yet, the truth is, we are not just here to recognize the vibrational shift in others. We are here to become it ourselves. The chosen ones are not a separate class of beings. They are those who have walked the path before us, showing us what is possible. The real secret is that every soul has the potential to reach this level of awareness. The question is not whether you will meet a chosen one, the question is whether you will become one. The silent power of an awakened presence, how the energy of a chosen one transforms everything around them. Have you ever walked into a room and felt an immediate shift in the atmosphere? Perhaps it was an unshakable sense of peace, as if all the noise in your mind suddenly quieted. Or maybe it was something more intense, an unexplainable pull, a force that made you stand straighter, breathe deeper, and feel more present than you had in years. If you've ever had this experience, you were likely in the presence of a truly awakened being. These individuals do not need to announce their presence. They do not seek validation. Yet, their energy, silent, profound, undeniable, shapes the very reality around them. But how does this happen? How can one person's vibrational state be so powerful that it influences not only those nearby, but also the very space itself? To understand this, we must first recognize a fundamental truth. Energy is contagious. Just as a single drop of dye can transform the color of an entire glass of water, a being who exists at a high vibrational frequency subtly alters the energy field of everyone they encounter. The more aligned, the more centered, the more awakened they are, the stronger this effect becomes. This is why, throughout history, the most enlightened beings did not need to command attention with words, they simply were. The Buddha did not chase followers. People sought him out because his very presence radiated something they could not find elsewhere. Jesus did not force his teachings upon others. Those who were ready felt something so profound in his presence that they could not turn away. This is the silent power of an awakened presence. It is not about persuasion. It is not about control. It is about resonance. When you are near someone operating at a high vibration, your own energy field begins to adjust. If you are open, if you are willing, you will find yourself rising to meet that energy. You may not even understand why, but suddenly your thoughts feel clearer. Your emotions feel lighter. You feel inspired, as if possibilities that once seemed distant are now within reach. This is not magic. This is physics. Just as a tuning fork, when struck, can cause another tuning fork to vibrate at the same frequency, the presence of a chosen one naturally elevates those who are receptive to the shift. But here is where it gets truly profound. Not everyone welcomes this shift. In fact, for many, it is deeply unsettling. Imagine living in darkness for years, your eyes accustomed to the dim, and then suddenly being exposed to pure sunlight. The light, though beautiful, would feel overwhelming at first. This is why the presence of an awakened being can provoke resistance in those who are not ready. Their energy penetrates illusions. It dissolves masks. It brings hidden fears to the surface, demanding that they be acknowledged. And for some, this is too much. This is why chosen ones often trigger strong, polarized reactions. Some will feel an inexplicable draw toward them, a sense of homecoming, as if they have found something they have been searching for lifetimes. Others will react with discomfort, irritation, or even hostility without fully understanding why. It is because the energy of an awakened being does not allow deception, not even self-deception, to go unnoticed. It forces a choice, evolve or retreat into the comfort of the familiar. But here's the real question: how do you respond to such an energy? Do you lean into it, allowing it to dissolve the parts of you that are no longer serving your highest self? Or do you resist, clinging to old patterns, even when you know they no longer align with who you are becoming? And more importantly, have you ever considered that you too are capable of carrying this energy? The chosen ones are not separate from you. They are simply those who have stepped fully into their true essence. They have let go of fear. They have surrendered to the flow of the universe. They have become vessels for a higher frequency. And if they can do it, so can you. The transformation does not happen overnight. It requires deep inner work. It requires the courage to face everything within yourself that is out of alignment. But the more you commit to this path, the more you will notice your own energy beginning to shift. You will begin to see how your presence affects those around you. You will notice how people react differently in your company, how some feel uplifted and others seem inexplicably uneasy. You will start to witness the silent power that has always been within you. So, the question remains, are you ready to become the presence that shifts the world around you? The hidden challenges of a high vibration, why many fear the chosen ones without knowing why. There is an unspoken burden carried by those who walk in higher vibrations. While many imagine that spiritual awakening brings only peace, clarity, and enlightenment, the reality is far more complex. The truth is, the more your energy rises, the more you will find yourself misunderstood, even feared, by those who are not ready to perceive reality beyond their conditioned limitations. The light you carry will reveal shadows, and not everyone is prepared to see what lies hidden within themselves. Have you ever noticed that some of the most spiritually evolved individuals seem to attract both deep admiration and, paradoxically, unexplained hostility? A chosen one does not need to say or do anything provocative, simply their presence is enough to make some people uncomfortable. This is because their energy disrupts the carefully constructed illusions that many cling to for a sense of security. Their vibration acts as a mirror, reflecting back to people the truth of their own being. And while some are ready to embrace this truth, others are not. Imagine someone who has spent years building walls around themselves, protecting their ego, their unresolved wounds, their hidden fears. When they come into contact with a chosen one, those walls begin to crack, not because the chosen one is trying to break them, but because the frequency they carry naturally dissolves illusions. And when the walls start to crumble, there are only two options: embrace the change or fight against it. Many, out of fear, choose the latter. This is why chosen ones often find themselves attacked, ridiculed, or dismissed, not because they have done anything wrong, but because their existence threatens the illusions that others are not ready to let go of. This is why many of history's most enlightened beings faced resistance. Socrates was sentenced to death for questioning the status quo. Jesus was crucified not for harming anyone, but for embodying a truth that unsettled those in power. The Buddha was rejected by many who could not understand his detachment from material concerns. The pattern repeats itself throughout time. Those who carry high vibrations often walk a lonely path, not because they wish to be alone, but because their presence forces a choice: evolve or retreat. And many would rather retreat. But here's where the true challenge lies. When you begin to raise your own vibration, you will experience this same resistance, not just from strangers, but from those closest to you. Friends, family, even loved ones may begin to distance themselves, not because they do not care for you, but because they do not understand the shift in your frequency. They may say you have changed, that you are different, that they can't relate to you anymore. And in many ways they are right. You have changed. Your energy is no longer aligned with the same old patterns, the same cycles of limitation. You are evolving, and evolution can be uncomfortable to witness for those who are not ready. But here is the choice you must make. Will you dim your light to make others comfortable? Will you lower your vibration to fit in? Or will you continue to rise, knowing that your journey may require you to walk alone for a time? The loneliness of a high vibration is temporary. As you continue to evolve, you will begin to attract those who resonate at the same frequency. The universe does not leave those who walk the path of truth without companionship forever. But there is a period of shedding, of releasing, of letting go of what no longer serves you. This is the test. This is the initiation. Many turn back at this point, afraid of the isolation. But those who persist will find that, in time, they are not alone at all. They were simply making space for those who truly align with their highest self. So, if you ever feel like your presence unsettles others, if you ever find yourself met with resistance, do not see it as a sign that you are on the wrong path. See it as confirmation that your energy is shifting reality itself. And remember, the fear others feel is not truly about you, it is about what your presence reveals within them. Now ask yourself, are you willing to keep rising, even if it means leaving behind what no longer aligns with your soul? Becoming the shift how to step fully into the power of your own vibrational energy. There comes a moment in every awakened soul's journey when they must decide, will they merely recognize the vibrational shifts happening around them, or will they become the shift itself? Many spend their lives searching for guidance, looking for chosen ones, seeking out those whose energy can lift them higher. But the ultimate realization, the one that changes everything, is that you are not here just to witness the energy of others. You are here to embody it. You are here to become a catalyst, a force of transformation, a presence that alters the very frequency of the world around you. But how does one step into this power? How do you go from simply understanding energy to mastering it, from feeling shifts to causing them? The answer is not found in external teachings alone, nor in rituals or practices that remain disconnected from the core of your being. The answer is found in the depths of your own consciousness, in the willingness to strip away every illusion, every fear, every limitation that keeps you from vibrating at your highest frequency. It begins with awareness. Every moment of your life, you are emitting a frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, they are not just contained within your mind. They radiate outward, shaping your reality, influencing those around you. Most people live unconsciously, unaware that their energy is constantly attracting or repelling experiences in alignment with their vibration. But once you see this truth, you can no longer ignore it. You begin to take full responsibility for the energy you bring into every space, every interaction, every breath. And then comes the real work, purification. A high vibration cannot be forced, it must be cultivated. This means letting go of everything that weighs your energy down: negative thought patterns, unresolved fears, toxic environments, attachments that no longer serve you. It means deep inner work, confronting the parts of yourself you have avoided, healing wounds you thought you could bury. It is uncomfortable. It is challenging. But it is necessary, because the lighter you become, the higher you rise. As you ascend, something incredible begins to happen. The world around you responds. You will notice that people interact with you differently. Some will be drawn to you without knowing why, feeling a sense of peace and clarity in your presence. Others may react with resistance, discomfort, even hostility, as your energy disrupts their conditioned reality. But through it all, you will stand unwavering, not because you seek to change others, but because you have fully become yourself. Mastering your vibrational energy does not mean forcing positivity or suppressing emotions. It means embodying truth. It means being so deeply anchored in your own essence that nothing external can shake your inner state. It means understanding that your energy is your greatest power and learning to wield it with intention, with love, with absolute presence. The final step is surrender. True mastery comes not from control, but from alignment. When you reach a certain vibrational level, you no longer fight against life, you flow with it. You trust that the universe is not separate from you, but an extension of your own consciousness. You move with divine timing, attracting what you need effortlessly, releasing what no longer belongs. You become a living embodiment of the energy shift you once only observed. And here lies the ultimate truth. The chosen ones were never separate from you. The energy you once felt in their presence was simply a reflection of the potential within yourself. You do not need to find them. You need only awaken to the fact that you are one of them. So now the only question that remains is this: are you ready to step fully into your power? Are you willing to become the shift that others feel but do not yet understand? Because the world is waiting, and your energy, your presence is the key.